Coco Gauff's boyfriend Jalen and mom Candi react as American turns heads in chic cowgirl outfit at Beyoncé concert. When you think of Coco Gauff, images of fierce baseline battles, lightning-fast footwork, and steely-eyed focus dominate the mind. But on one balmy summer night in Houston, the 20-year-old tennis star left the court behind and traded her sneakers for rhinestone-studded cowboy boots, turning heads and dropping jaws at Beyoncé's sold-out Cowboy Renaissance tour stop. But while Coco's dazzling new look sent social media into a frenzy, it was her biggest supporters, her boyfriend Jalen and her mother Candi Gauff, who gave the world a closer glimpse into the moment that blended music, fashion, and family love in the most unforgettable way. From grand slams to glam slams, the day began like any other for Coco. A morning training session in Texas, some ice baths, followed by a protein-packed lunch with her team. But by evening, Coco had transformed. Gone was the sporty, low-key Nike hoodie and leggings. In their place stood a shimmering vision of American Western glamour. A white leather mini-skirt with fringe that danced with every step, a bedazzled crop top that sparkled like center cord under the lights, and thigh-high silver boots that gave her 5 feet 9 inches frame an even more statuesque aura. Topping it all off, a wide-brimmed crystal-dusted cowboy hat tilted just enough to give her that cool Beyoncé-esque edge. The internet exploded. But before the comments rolled in from fans and fashion blogs, Coco sent a private selfie to 2 people she knew would have very different but equally important reactions. Jalen and her mom Candi. Is this a fashion ace? Jalen's private reaction. Jalen Sarah, a 22-year-old model and entrepreneur based in Atlanta, had been quietly dating Coco for nearly a year. The couple had kept things low-key, choosing quiet dates, FaceTime movie nights, and shared gym sessions over flashy appearances. But that didn't mean Jalen wasn't completely smitten and protective. When he received Coco's selfie, just minutes before she stepped into the concert arena, he was mid-photo shoot for a new streetwear campaign in L.A. His response came within seconds. Jalen, you're not walking into that concert. You're shutting it down. Then came another message. Jalen, you sure Beyoncé won't mistake you for one of her dancers and pull you on stage? Though his words were laced with playful admiration, his eyes told a deeper story. Behind the teasing was immense pride. Later that night, Jalen posted a subtle Instagram story. Just a white cowgirl hat emoji and a gif of Beyoncé performing Formation. No words, no tags, just enough for fans in the know to catch the connection. Behind closed doors, Jalen admitted to a friend, she's out there owning it. That's what I love most. Whether it's on the court or at a concert, Coco doesn't perform. She is the moment. Candi Gauff's motherly mix of pride and panic. Candi Gauff is no stranger to headlines. As the powerhouse mom who helped guide her daughter to Grand Slam success before the age of 20, she has always balanced fierce maternal protection with professional poise. But even she wasn't fully prepared for her daughter's Beyoncé-era glow-up. I opened the photo and nearly dropped my tea, she joked in a private interview. I mean, I knew she had style. But Coco in that outfit. Beyoncé better have security. Candi's response text was classic mom. Candi, girl, where's the rest of that outfit? But okay, you look fire. In truth, Candi had always known her daughter had a flair for fashion. As a child, Coco would stitch fake sequins onto her tennis socks and try to match headbands with shoe colors. But now, seeing her little girl become a confident, expressive woman, comfortable in her skin and unafraid to experiment, brought a few happy tears. She's always been a lioness on the court, Candi said. But this was her roaring off it. The concert heard round the tennis world. Inside the venue, Coco was seated in the celebrity VIP box near several stars, including Zendaya and Sabrina Carpenter. Cameras caught glimpses of her dancing during Texas Hold'em, her boots kicking in rhythm, her hat shimmering under the flashing stage lights. At one point, Beyoncé herself looked Coco's way and gave a brief wink. Fans swore it happened. Videos went viral. Beyoncé liked to tweet about it. On TikTok, a clip of Coco swaying with other fans hit 3 million views within 12 hours. The comments were instant. At Queen Serena vibes, this is Coco's cowgirl era, and I'm here for it. at Gauff_girls_unite. She's serving rodeo realness with a side of Grand Slam. At Bay High Vase. Beyoncé saw Coco and she knew. That's a legend in the making. Even sports commentators took note. ESPN's official tennis account posted a side-by-side of Coco's Wimbledon whites and her Beyoncé boots with the caption, "From center court to cowboy chic, Coco's Grand Slam style." Jalen's surprise tribute. Back in Atlanta, while Coco reveled in the music, Jalen was already planning his next move. Known for his creative streak, he posted a short video the next morning on his art page. A montage of Coco's outfit transformation over the years, ending with her Beyoncé night look. The soundtrack, a slowed-down instrumental version of Beyoncé's Grown Woman. In the caption, he wrote, "She wins matches. She wins hearts. She wins eras. Hashtag Coco Renaissance." Coco reposted it with just 2 words, "My red heart." Mama Gauff's post-concert perspective. Candi, ever the balanced voice, had one final say the next morning in a podcast she co-hosts called Matchpoint Moms. She addressed her daughter's viral moment with wisdom and warmth. You raise a daughter to be confident, to be kind, and to express herself. And when she does it with respect, with joy, and with a smile on her face, what else can you ask for? Yes, I gasped when I saw the outfit. Yes, I prayed no crazy fans got near her. But most of all, I clapped. She ended the segment with a message to all young women in sports. You can be athletic and glamorous, strong and soft, competitive and expressive. Let Coco be your proof. A new era of Coco. With the U.S. Open swing just around the corner, Coco's fashion-forward appearance has done more than spark headlines. It has redefined the perception of modern athletes. Young fans are already dubbing this phase the Gauff era, where tennis skill, cultural fluency, and bold individuality collide. Brands are lining up. Rumors are swirling that a Western-inspired Coco Gauff capsule line could drop before the U.S. Open. Her team hasn't confirmed, but her stylist cryptically tweeted a cowboy boot emoji, followed by "Stay tuned." Final thoughts from the inner circle. As the Beyoncé concert faded into memory and Coco boarded her flight to New York, Jalen texted her one last time before she turned off her phone. "Jalen, you didn't just look good last night. You looked free. That's what matters most." Coco smiled. That night wasn't about fashion, or even Beyoncé. It was about embracing joy, identity, and the rhythm of life that beats beyond the court. And for Jalen and Candi, 2 pillars of Coco's world, it was a reminder that she's not just serving aces anymore. She's serving looks, dreams, and inspiration. One glittering cowgirl boot at a time. Under the gleam of stadium lights and the booming echo of Beyoncé's voice, Coco Gauff wasn't just another face in the sold-out crowd. She was the moment. When the 21-year-old tennis sensation showed up at Queen Bey's Renaissance World Tour stop in Dallas, wearing a shimmering, rhinestone-studded cowgirl outfit, complete with a pearl-embellished hat, fringed jacket, silver boots, and a smile that radiated as bright as center court on a Grand Slam Sunday, social media didn't just take notice. It froze. But while the world gasped in admiration, 2 people's reactions stood out. Those of Coco's ever-supportive mom, Candi Gauff, and her boyfriend, Jalen Sarah, who has quickly become a staple in her post-match Instagram stories, and, perhaps more importantly, her life. The look that lassoed attention. Coco's look was a direct nod to Beyoncé's Houston roots, a playful mix of Southern charm and futuristic glamour. Her braided ponytail swayed as she danced in her metallic fringe, owning the night with the same confidence she's brought to Arthur Ashe Stadium or Roland Garros. Yet it wasn't just her outfit that turned heads. It was her freedom. Away from the court, Coco showed a side of herself rarely seen in tennis whites. It was vibrant, bold, young, real. She traded sneakers for spurs, joked one fan on X, formerly Twitter. Cowgirl Coco is undefeated. Mama Candi, pride, style, and a bit of sass. Backstage, Candi Gauff scrolled through the live stories and fan reposts. She had seen her daughter win trophies, outlast 3-set thrillers, and sign autographs with grace. But this was different. Oh Lord, Where's my girl going with all that rhinestone? Candi laughed while on a FaceTime call with her sister, the screen frozen on a loop of Coco doing a slow twirl for the camera. In a playful Instagram comment under Coco's post, Candi wrote, "I raised an athlete. Didn't know I raised Beyoncé's backup dancer too. Woman dancing medium dark skin tone gemstone, #SlayGauff." But beyond the sass, there was unmistakable pride. Speaking later with Essence Sports, Candi shared, "I've always told Coco, don't let the world box you in. She's more than a tennis player. She's an artist in her own way, whether that's with a racket or a pair of boots." Candi, herself no stranger to the spotlight, once a collegiate track star, understood the power of image. What Coco wore wasn't just fashion. It was freedom and perhaps rebellion. A statement that reminded the world she was still a young woman navigating adulthood, stardom, and style all at once. Jalen's reaction, hard eyes, humor, and a hint of awe. Now let's talk about Jalen, the 22-year-old Stanford graduate, tech startup entrepreneur, and low-key heartthrob, has been quietly dating Coco for over a year. While they've kept things relatively private, those in the know saw the clues. Matching concert wristbands, cozy airport snaps, and a few cryptic emojis under each other's posts. When Coco dropped her cowgirl photo set with the caption, "Country Gauff at your service, cowboy hat face, sparkles, #Bayhive, #Renaissance ready," Jalen was the first to comment. And it wasn't just sweet. It was viral. "Horse fire, somebody call the sheriff. A heart has been stolen." Within minutes, his comment racked up 20,000 likes. Later, he posted an Instagram story of Coco dancing mid-concert, her silhouette backlit by Beyoncé's laser-filled stage, with the caption, "Cowgirl energy, Grand Slam energy, just for one night, grinning face with sweat." Then came the reaction video. Yes, the video that TikTok reposted endlessly, of Jalen watching Coco strut toward him in her full Beyoncé-ready ensemble. His mouth drops. He clutches his chest. He does a slow collapse onto the couch. "Bro, I need CPR." He joked. Their playful, unfiltered love resonated with fans. "Coco and Jalen might be my new favorite couple," one fan wrote on TikTok. "They give Zendaya and Tom vibes, but make it sports and startup." The internet crowned her. While the concert itself was star-studded, Megan Thee Stallion, Kelly Rowland, and even Serena Williams were in attendance. Coco's look earned a life of its own online. From fan edits comparing her outfit to Destiny's Child throwback looks to memes dubbing her cowgirl of the court, Coco became a trending topic overnight. Even Beyoncé's official fan club account reposted Coco's look with the caption, "When an ace on court turns into an ace on the dance floor, microphone tennis woman's boot, #Gauff goes country." A moment of joy in a year of pressure. Let's not forget, 2025 has been intense for Gauff. After a tough early exit at Wimbledon, followed by nonstop media chatter about her Grand Slam consistency, Coco has been living under a microscope. The expectations, the pressure, the endless comparisons, it's been exhausting, which is why this cowgirl moment wasn't just about fashion. It was liberation. Jalen echoed this in a rare tweet. "Sometimes joy is the best comeback." And joy, Coco had in abundance. Whether it was two-stepping with friends in the VIP section, screaming lyrics with Candi during Break My Soul, or sharing an after-party milkshake in full glam, Coco reminded everyone that sports stars deserve to breathe too. What's next? While fans are clamoring for more Coco Jalen Candi content, petition for a reality show anyone, the tennis world turns its eyes to the upcoming U.S. Open swing. Rumor has it Coco is training hard, but with a new twist, bringing elements of music and dance into her off-court regimen. She wants to move like Beyoncé, serve like Serena. Her trainer joked, "It's a dangerous combo." As for Jalen, he's reportedly designing a smart wearable aimed at optimizing athlete sleep, no doubt inspired by Coco's grueling travel schedule. Talk about a power couple. And Candi, well, she's just happy to see her daughter happy. Win or lose, rhinestones or rackets, she's shining either way. Final serve. Coco Gauff's appearance at the Beyoncé concert was more than just a fashion moment. It was a declaration that she's young, she's powerful, she's joyful, and she's not afraid to show it. With Candi cheering, Jalen swooning, and the Bayhive buzzing, one thing is clear. The world knows her as Coco the tennis star. But last night, she was Cowgirl Coco, and she slayed.